What's up, people? It's another edition of the New Breed Podcast, the world's best quasi new metal podcast from two dudes who are really there. One half of your hosting duo, Jay Hursko. With me, I have my partner in crime, the notorious TIM. Tim, how's it going?
Great. Did you just say your actual last name?
Did I?
I think you did.
No shit. Oh, well,
Yeah.
this is the first time for everything. All right. So what are we talking about this week? This week we're talking about, I believe the episode title that we landed on is MySpace, the original social media music platform.
There you go.
So for you youngins, you're gonna have no idea what the hell Tim and I are talking about, much like the Columbia House episode, which probably just aired a week ago, a couple weeks before this. But for those that were around and in the know, MySpace was the biggest thing since sliced bread. But it also had a very, very positive impact on music. So this is after streaming starts, illegal downloading is all the rage, but there were a lot of bands that we're going to talk a little bit about this who established themselves on MySpace, grew a following, got big because of MySpace. There are some genres we're going to brush over where some of the bands that carried the torch and established these genres literally were grown through organically off of MySpace interest, which is really actually kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, getting into this, I was like, wow, I did not know these so many bands got their start from here. So it's actually really cool to see. But I do want to get into some facts about it and talk about some stuff real
Okay.
quick. But you had a page, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oh, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. Facebook's cool, whatever. Facebook has gotten very annoying. I'm a Twitter fan. I think Twitter's the best one. Anyway, dude, MySpace was the shit, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
MySpace was fun. So for those that weren't around, right? You had a top 8 of your top friends,
Yep.
um, which you could move around. And like for the younger people, there was all this drama about, oh, I went from number 1 to number 4. Tom, who was the president owner of MySpace, he was everybody's number 1 friend, and you couldn't get rid of him, which was a bit of a running joke. Um, but you could play music on your page. So someone
Yep.
navigates your page, they would hear music, which you got from other bands on MySpace, which I'm sure we're going to get to. The other thing, the good but bad thing is you could actually customize how your page looked with
Yeah.
HTML and CSS. And there were some people where you'd open up their page and you'd almost have a seizure because it was like flashing shit everywhere and it was insane. I don't think we're gonna talk about it, but another thing that was adjacent where this is pre OnlyFans. So
Yeah.
you had a lot of girls doing adult content. They used MySpace as a networking mechanism, and it was huge for them. A
Yeah.
lot of interviews they've talked about how, oh yeah, well, my MySpace page was huge, and that's how I know that I wanted to contact Vivid Video and become a contract star.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a lot of people were doing a lot of cool shit on there. And the greatest thing about it at first, there was no ads. You just scroll through it. You wanted everything was in order of how it was posted. So you
Mm-hmm.
always got it updated. Now Facebook is like I see shit from 8 days ago. I'm like, the fuck is this?
Yeah, yeah. MySpace was truly organic reach. Were there
Yeah.
ads, Tim? Do you remember were there ads?
It got after like 8 years of it, it got to where they started paying. Yeah, you would start getting paid ads on there and stuff. But the golden years of it, it was fucking perfect. It was addicting as hell. Um,
You
people would just you would find so many bands. There's so many cool things to do on it. I think it was just an amalgamation of this perfect fucking good like shit, man. It
Yeah,
was it
I'm
was
I'm
fun,
I'm
dude.
looking now, right? So you had pics, you had videos, you had a blog that you could
Yep.
maintain on the main page. There was an about you blurb, who I'd like to meet. There was a whole section on interests,
Yeah.
on things you were interested in, which was really kind of cool. Um, Dude, I'm looking this up and it's bringing me memories. And I know they lost a whole bunch of old pages. Thank God they lost my old page, or I'd probably be unemployable because I definitely had stuff in that blog that
Yeah.
should not be social. But now I'm clicking around and they have a shot of Kim Kardashian's MySpace page, like famous people's MySpace page, this is kind of wild to look at. But like Kim Kardashian, Kendall Jenner, Kylie Jenner. Come on, give me some Alana Del Rey. Man, this
I
is
can't remember what it looks like, honestly.
Katy Perry.
I know it would tell you your actual age, everything. I mean, it was
Yep.
like no holds barred on that motherfucker.
Nope. Last login. Um, Man, there's Kanye West profile. It
Oh
would
yeah,
tell you how many.
last login. When you would message someone and they didn't answer, you're like, "Oh, damn it, I know you were logged in."
Right, right. I saw you log in, you asshole. Yeah. And this was something else, but this was, you're right. This was the OG. You could list you could, in the interest, there was music interest, there was general interest, there was all sorts of stuff, and people really did use it effectively.
Yeah, at first there was no spam at all. You didn't get
Mm-hmm.
any of that bullshit messages from weirdos. I mean,
Nope.
yeah, you would get people trying to like see your page and stuff, but like it was perfect at first, man. It was so, dude. There was times where I'd be on that thing for fucking hours.
Oh my! There was I had the first job I ever had in my own office. I had a MySpace page, and it was up on my other monitor, and I always had it open because
Yep.
you were not only. I mean, this was pre Spotify, this is pre Bandcamp, so you would listen to music because bands would have their EPs and shit loaded onto the page, and you could just stream it, which was so amazing.
Yeah, you would get notifications when bands put up new songs. That was
Yep,
great.
yep.
You could put the bands in your top eight. Oh, it was great, man. So let's go through some facts here. So launched August 1st, 2003. I can't believe it was that long ago. Is that
Yeah, I know, right?
21 years ago?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was like 2007 when that came out, but I'm wrong. Anyway, it's considered the first social network to reach a global audience and had a significant influence on technology, pop culture, and music. It also played a critical role in the early growth of companies like YouTube and created a developer platform that launched the successes of Zagna,
Zynga is a mobile gaming platform.
okay, Rock You, and
That I
Photo
don't
Bucket.
know.
Remember
Photo
Photo
Bucket I
Bucket?
had.
Yeah,
I actually get spam from them all the time that they're going to delete my account, and I'm pretty sure it's not them, it's spam. But I
oh
have
yeah.
old pictures on there that I dumped a long time ago.
From 2005 to 2009, MySpace was the largest social networking site in the world.
That is
Doesn't
wild,
surprise me.
right? And this was at
Yeah.
the same time as what, Friendster and some other stuff. Yeah,
I think Facebook was out, what, 2007 ish or something?
I
Something
think
like
so.
that.
Yeah.
All right. So this is where it gets wild. In July of 2005, MySpace was acquired by News Corporation for $580 million.
Which is Rupert Murdoch. That's Fox News, right?
Yep. And in
Yeah.
June 2006, it surpassed Yahoo and Google to become the most visited website in the United States. It generated 800 million in revenue during the 2008 fiscal year. So if you're old enough to remember, 2008 was your year where everything went to shit. The housing crash,
Right. The great what was it called? The financial
recession.
collapse. The great
Yeah.
financial collapse. Yeah.
Yeah. A huge recession. Gas was like 470 a gallon. It was fucking ridiculous. The housing market was ridiculous. Everything was
Mm-hmm.
terrible. So they made 800 million in that. At its peak in April of 2008, MySpace and Facebook reached 115
115.
million monthly visitors. But MySpace narrowly lost to the newly emerging Facebook in terms of global users. So in 2009, it surpassed MySpace in its number of unique U.S. visitors. Since then, the number of MySpace users has declined steadily, despite several redesigns. By 2019, the site's monthly visitors had dropped to 7 million. So I can't believe that many people went on there that long early, or that long ago. I mean,
Yeah. There were people who were around for a long time.
yeah. June 2009, MySpace employed approximately 1,600 employees. So in June of 2011, Specific Media Group and Justin Timberlake jointly purchased the company for approximately 35 mil. So Tom made the fuck out with
Yeah, he did.
580.
Yeah, he did.
What a huge loss. 580 to 35 mil. So not only did you lose money, you probably spent 35 mil with targeting audiences and shit. So you probably made nothing off of
No,
that.
no, no, they that was a total dog because I remember, I mean, not trying to fast forward, but it was bought by News Corp. It was growing huge. Facebook came out of nowhere. So I'd be interested, Tim. I never thought about it. How did MySpace lose to Facebook? I don't remember.
I don't know. But here it gets even better. On February 11th, 2016, it was announced that MySpace and its parent company had been purchased by Time Inc. for 87 mil. So whoever bought it for 35 mil doubled their money plus some. was in turn purchased by Meredith Corporation in July of 2018. And then July of 19 or November of 19, Meredith spun off MySpace and its original holding company to Vivint Technology, which it was sold to. I don't know how much it was sold to then, but Jesus Christ, the thing was sold
Yeah,
28 times.
20 up and down, up and down. Yep.
But I mean, I just want to go back to something, but like, if you didn't use that back then, you were stupid, man, because that was so goddamn great. I mean,
Yeah, you were like the weirdo. Like, what do you mean you don't have a MySpace page?
yeah, and
It
it's
would be the
just
equivalent of a
like,
band today not having their stuff up on Spotify. That would be the
yeah,
equivalent.
it makes no fucking sense. I mean, come on, dude. I want to know if you could still log in and see your original profile.
I don't think so. And I remember there was an article where they talked about how they lost all the music that was uploaded
Yeah.
to MySpace for like 12, like a giant span. Somehow the servers, they lost all of it, which is, there were some bands. So, I mean, we keep dipping in out of the music topic. Um, I could actually rattle off a bunch of shit that I bought EPs and shit off of MySpace. Armed for Battle, all that Reno straight edge, right? Remember when Seventh Dagger became a thing?
Yeah.
Armed for Battle, Chicago Typewriter, Aftermath of a Train Wreck, Cherem, Die Hard from New Jersey,
Yep.
No Allies, No Surrender from, I think they were from Arizona. I think it was members of Engineer. Um,
Oh wow.
uh, I found Your Demise through MySpace. I bought that first album from them, and I fucking punished them because it took forever to come from the UK, and it's still one of my favorite albums.
What was that called?
Ignorance Never Dies was
Yeah.
the big release, which was like their biggest release with George before he left. Right before he left, and they changed sound. Right before that, it was The Blood Stays on the Blade, and then right before that is You Only Make Us Stronger.
Didn't
Yeah.
they put out something called like American something?
Well, their sound completely changed. So when George left, they put out it was like very of the time, like I want to say hardcore that was more like what are some of like those other bands? I want to say like they were like not the pop punky hardcore bands, but they were like a, I guess like a No Warning, or like a where it was of the time, but it wasn't a straight edge band, it wasn't a beat down band. You could tell they were going for a bit of more market penetration. Um,
Yeah, your demise reminded me of that UK band that had that song Officer Down. The fuck are they called?
I don't know.
If I said it, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." God damn it.
Yeah, but go out and check out Ignorance Never Dies. It was 2010. The next album was The Kids We Used to Be, and
Yeah.
this is where it becomes this like, this is just kind of lame hardcore. Like, it was not my thing. And they actually put out stuff up until 2013, and then they did a greatest hits album, which was like all the it's not on Spotify, you had to find it through SoulSeek, but it was like the first two EPs, which I had. And yeah, I would love to get George on the show and talk about that. And he had a band he was working on right before the pandemic that I wonder if that ever went anywhere, because it was good stuff. But yeah, that was a band that found it through MySpace, ordered through
The
MySpace. You literally PayPal'd them money, and you hope that you eventually got the CD.
the band I'm talking about is called Stampin' Ground.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yep. Remember them?
Yep.
That
Yep.
record was killer, dude. That's a great record still. So let's see. All right. Shortly after MySpace was sold to News Corporation, the website launched a record label called MySpace Records with JD Mangosing as CEO. No clue who that is.
Nope.
In an effort to discover unknown talent on MySpace Music, a service onto which artists can upload songs, EPs, and full lengths. Or what? That's basically what they were doing. So you would upload it to try and get on their record label kind of deal. Um, as of 2014, over 53 million songs have been uploaded to the site by 14.2 million artists. Artists including My Chemical Romance, Nicki Minaj, Lily Allen, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, all gained fame and recognition through MySpace.
Unbelievable. That is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
As of 2010, over 8 million artists have been discovered by users through the site, In late 2007, the site launched the MySpace Transmissions, a series of live in studio recordings by well known artists. So they started going the route of pretty much what is happens a lot these days. Like you have like who are them sites that always have or them people that always have like bands in and they record them like K something KEFW or something or like they always have like indie bands on, but there's a lot of good
Oh,
shit.
I know this the station you're talking about. They're out in Portland. They're on
Seattle,
the West
Portland,
Coast.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like KE something. And
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
there's a bunch of people that do that stuff in studio sessions. I love them things, man, because you get to hear like what bands really sound like. I love that
Right.
shit.
Right.
One more fact, and we'll get into the bands. On March 18th, 2019, it was revealed that MySpace had lost all of its user content from launch until 2015 at a botched server migration with no backup. How the fuck are you that big and you don't have a backup? Come on, man. Over 50 million songs and 12 years worth of content were permanently lost. In April 2019, the Internet Archive recovered 490,000 MP3s using unknown means by an anonymous academic study conducted between 2008 and 2010. The songs which were uploaded between then are collectively known as the MySpace Dragon Horde.
I mean, it's impressive, but yeah, how do you lose all that stuff? Right? There were so many bands. I guarantee you, like half the hardcore bands I just rattled off. Somebody's listening to this going, I remember that band, but I would you never be able to find their music again. You'd have to
Yeah.
go on SoulSeek and hope it's there.
I was just going to say, Soul Seek It Up. There you go. All
Yeah, yeah.
right. So I have 23 bands that got huge on MySpace. We'll go through them
Okay.
and let's see if we remember these bands. Attack Attack. Yeah.
Crabcore.
Yeah.
That is the
Trash
genesis of
Core.
crabcore. Not my thing, but yeah, yeah. And anybody just look up the Attack video, crabcore. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm. The Black Dahlia Murder.
Yep, they used MySpace heavily. Got big off it.
Yeah, apparently Brian Slagle was wandering around MySpace at the time and was interested in them. He sent them a message right before they were about to go sign with another label, and they decided to go with Metal Blades, which was a good
Which
choice.
has worked for them. I mean, their entire career has been on Metal Blade. Yep.
Yeah. Next we have Black Veil Brides. Another
Not
for
my
me.
not my thing, but they were huge on the Warp Tour
Huge.
scene.
Yeah.
You know, like and that's probably something, Tim, we would have to do some research explaining to people that Warp Tour scene because they had their own subgenres, their own contained scene that if you weren't familiar, it might as well be like landing on Mars.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not into that band. They were fucking huge though.
Mm-hmm.
Another band that's huge still, Bring Me the Horizon.
They started out as a really aggressive, almost deathcore band, right?
Yeah, they have one good record. It's a deathcore record. I forget what it's called, but same thing with this or the Apocalypse, same kind of deal.
Yep.
They went to the same route. Next, I love this band. I don't care what anyone says. Bullet for My Valentine. First two records are great. Um,
Yes, I love the
the Poison.
EP that they did.
Oh, okay. The Poison
Oh,
record is great, man.
hold on, wait a minute. Now, dude, you got me having to look it up now. Bullet for
They
My
they just
Valentine.
put out a new record. I think it was last year, and it was all right. They kind of fell. I kind of fell off on them, but
Where
I
is
love
their
them.
full
Them first two records are
discography?
great, man.
There was it wasn't it was an EP. I think it was the original EP. No, it was the Hands of Blood EP that was on Trustkill.
That's probably what got them huge.
Yeah, because it was it's basically the re-release of the original EP. Yeah, but I remember picking that up and being like, yo, this is good.
So
Yeah.
the next four are all deathcore bands. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Carnifex,
Huge off MySpace.
huge off MySpace. Yep. Not really a big fan. Whitechapel.
I know who the other two are as well because they all had the same. I'm not trying to insult anybody, but they had kind of the same aesthetic.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
guess who the next two are?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you've said Carnifex and Whitechapel. Obviously, Job for a Cowboy,
Yep.
right? Winds of Plague.
Nope.
No.
Suicide Silence.
Oh, how could I forget them? Them and Job for a Cowboy created the deathcore genre.
Yeah, so the funny thing about Whitechapel is they put out some demo on there, and it got them noticed by, you remember Siege of Amita,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got signed by Candlelight in Europe off of MySpace. That's fucking crazy, dude.
That
Siege
is
of
kind of
Amita used to
wild.
put out great stuff.
Yep.
Suicide Silence, I definitely think they're the biggest of the three I just mentioned. They used to put up their demos up there, and they got signed to Century Media off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So good for them, man. Dude, we need to talk to somebody about that Ross record, man. We have to. We have to get someone in that band to tell us about that Ross record.
Which, the Suicide Silence album?
Yeah, the one Ross Robinson did.
Is that the one that is universally hated because it was the first
Yeah.
one with Eddie?
I think it might. Is it the first one? Him?
I think so. Yeah.
You either hate it or you love it. There's some okay songs on it, but some of it is just really bad, I think. Next, yeah, Job for a Cowboy. Never really cared for them. Something about them I don't care about.
Uh yeah, I mean it's not great, but it's not terrible. But putting ourselves back in those shoes, right? They came out of, what was it? 2005 was that EP.
Yeah,
And that was, so we're coming off of hardcore, we're coming off of metalcore, right? New metal has finally peaked and it's on its way out. And they come out with that EP, which is like everybody on MySpace, literally everybody on MySpace. We talk about everybody on Facebook these days. Everybody on MySpace was talking about it. Everybody was,
everybody.
have you heard that Job for Cowboy EP? It was all over Lamb Goat. You couldn't escape it. You couldn't
Yeah, they
escape
were
it.
huge off of there.
Mm-hmm.
Next band I didn't really care for until recently, The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, not my thing.
Very, very generic in the beginning, but their new stuff is pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's pretty good stuff. Next we have From First to Last. I uh, I
I
think
remember
that
that
was the
band.
band Wes Borland played in for a little bit, bass.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then isn't that Skrillex?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, look that
Yes.
up. I think that's the dude Skrillex that got like huge and like, what is that, EDM or something?
He was, what was that? Yeah, Matt Good.
But
Yeah.
Wes played in that band, right?
I'm looking to see the members. Hold on. Yep, Wes Borland played bass for a year with them. Yep, Travis
Wow.
Barker played drums.
Hmm.
Uh Mikey Way from My Chemical Romance.
Oh wow.
Um
It's like a super group.
the lead singer, the guy from Skrillex, what's his real name?
I don't know. I'm not into that kind of shit.
Was that called EDM? I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, what's that, electronic dance music? Is that what that means?
Yes. The only every time I think of fucking Skrillex, you know what I think of? I think of that movie Spring Break. Did you ever see that, Spring Breakers, with the four
Yeah,
girls that rob shit, right?
fucking love that movie.
Sonny Moore, known as Skrillex. Yes, he was the lead singer with the band, recorded two studio albums. Yes.
Yo,
Uh
best part of Spring Breakers is when he's standing on the bed with the gun. He's like, "You like my shit?"
Look at my shit.
Yeah,
Look at my shit. I
look at
got
my shit.
CK1. I got Polo. Like, he goes around the room and he says, "Look at my shit."
Yeah,
So one night I was on a Zoom call with a buddy of mine, and he just bought his house, and he was all stoked that he bought his house because he has like a home theater at home, and he literally reenacted that scene without him meaning to. He's like, "Check it out! I got my guitars hanging up over here, and over here I got my surround systems," and he literally did the "look at my shit," and I sat there just like,
dude, I used
yeah,
to rewind that and watch it constantly and just
just
cry at it.
laugh,
Yeah, dude,
just
he was
laugh.
great in that movie,
He really
Franco.
was. He really
Yeah,
was.
I'm gonna watch it this weekend now, actually. So next, I had no clue about this. Did you know that Ghost got huge on MySpace? I thought they were like,
No.
yeah, either did I. So apparently, um, they put out something in 2010 on MySpace and they got huge off of it. I thought Ghost just came out of nowhere and just got big. I had no clue about this band. I thought they were a new band. I don't listen to them, so I don't know, but I know people love that fucking band.
Yeah, they're Scooby Doo metal, but
Yeah, yep.
that is one of those bands that the people that love it, they love it.
Like all the people that I was with at Pantera that you met, they're super fans of that band. They go every time they come. I can't get into them at all. So
I I still won't forgive you for making me listen to metal outside of that show. I don't want to listen to metal outside the metal concert, but I get it. I get it.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, who else, Tim?
Next time we'll listen to Saves a Day. Um, Hollywood Undead.
Not I know who they are,
Yeah,
but they're not a fan.
yeah, not me either. Ice Nine Kills.
Another that what you're basically naming all the Warp Tour bands. That
Okay,
whole scene. Yeah.
I know this band is really big right now. I think they just toured with Doc's band.
Yeah.
I think they did. I forget what Doc's band's even called. Honestly,
Uh why am I drawing a
why?
blank?
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank too.
I don't know. Keep it moving. It's late. We've
Sorry,
been
Doc.
drinking. Keep it moving.
Panic at the Disco.
That first album, the one that sounds most like Fallout Boy, I actually kind of enjoy,
Yeah, I didn't. I had no clue that Pete Wentz signed them to Fuel by Ramen.
which makes sense. I mean, they sound just like fucking Fallout Boy.
Yeah, he heard the demos on MySpace, signed them. So good for him. They're huge. They were huge.
Yes.
Protest the Hero. Never liked them.
Not my thing.
This is one of my favorite bands on this list, Amberlin. So they're like a rockish, emo-ish pop punk band. Their first record is incredible. Love it. Let me see here. Another band I love, Seosin. That demo they
Mm-hmm.
put up on there that got them big. That EP that came out after that is one of the best things ever in that genre. I don't care what anyone says. It's some of the best drumming and guitar work I've ever heard in that genre. I don't even know. I guess you could call it pop punk, emo. I don't know what they call it. It's really good though.
Mm.
Here's one I didn't know. From Autumn to Ashes. I didn't know. No clue they made it big on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Here we go. Broken Side. No, terrible.
Do you remember that
Yeah,
band?
terrible.
I have a meme of me. They photoshopped me on the one singer's face. Like it was that was definitely MySpace era. I remember, God, I remember having that on my iPod, and I gave Dom my iPod. I said, dude, you have to listen to this. You have to listen to this. It's terrible. And I walked away and I came back and my iPod was in the garbage can at my desk. He literally threw my shit out.
That's amazing. Enter Shakiri.
Andrew
Yeah,
Shikari, not a fan.
yeah,
Not a thing.
Shikari,
Not a
whatever.
fan. Not a fan.
Trash. Woe is me.
Nope.
So they got huge off MySpace and were signed to Rise Records before they played one single show. How do you sign a band
Should
that
be
hasn't played a
legal.
show yet?
It
Yeah.
should be illegal.
How do you know they're even good live if you've never seen them or
They really
played?
aren't.
That's crazy. And then this next band, this is the last one. 30H exclamation
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't, how do I say that? Hold on.
While you're looking that up, no clue or who they are, but apparently they are huge and have 85 million
It's
Spotify
called
streams.
303, is how you say
Okay,
it. That's
gotcha.
lame. Electronic music, right?
I
Yeah.
don't know, but apparently they're huge.
Yeah. Again, they were a fucking Warp Tour band. So maybe we
Gotcha.
should do some diving about Warp Tour lineups and how it culminated with MySpace, and maybe the death of MySpace led to the death of the Warp Tour. I don't know. I don't know. We're just all so off the top of my head, I'm speculating there. But there might be something there, right?
There
Because
you
that
go.
was maybe those bands they all kind of came up together. I mean, here I am just riffing.
Well,
So
people, look out for the future. We'll have a Warp Tour episode.
Tim, what are there any bands in particular that you remember that you found through MySpace and you're like, yo, this is like so I already gave the example Your Demise, right? It's one of those bands I found through MySpace and I loved. Anything, did you find anything through
I
MySpace?
I know I found Seyosin through there. I honestly can't remember, dude. There's so many bands on there at the time. It was just crazy. Like
Mhm.
I know there was bands I knew of that used to release stuff on there, and I'd be like, "Oh wow, this is cool," but I can't off the top of my head now.
I so the two that always when we were preparing for this episode, I was thinking the two bands that stand out for me that I found through MySpace. First one is Your Demise, which I've already talked about that from the UK, the hardcore band. There's another band called Byla, Byla. So this was a quasi ambient think about Sun, but not ridiculously heavy, more like soundscape stuff by two guys. I think it's Colin Marston and Kevin Huffnagel. So they played in Dysrhythmia, they played in Gorguts, they played in all that.
Okay,
Behold the Octopus, all that really like jazzy experimental type stuff. They made these beautiful soundscape type songs where you could put the shit on, put it up full blast, and kind of just zone out. And if I can find it on Spotify or whatever, I'll send you a link. I definitely have it on Bandcamp. It's beautiful. Like it's beautiful stuff.
What was that band you said? Dysrhythmia?
Dysrhythmia
I haven't heard that name in
in
fucking
ages, right?
forever, dude. I didn't even know how to say that. I
Well,
know you're
yeah,
talking about though.
they were Philly band, right? They get lumped in with again, Behold the Octopus, Gorguts, Krallis,
Mm,
KO Dot, uh, Imperial Triumphant,
yeah.
right? Piran, which I think is how you say that band. Um, uh, Cleric, Genghis Tron.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Was
all
that
those bands.
relapse bands?
Yep. They were
Yeah.
all, that was all Colin Marston mixed mastering engineering. So they were in that weird sort of, he definitely had a niche, right? He definitely had a niche.
Were you in the KO dot?
No, that was
Me
one of those
either.
things that it never landed for me.
Yeah,
You know,
me
like
either.
But again, KO Dot, Gangstron, Horse the Band, that
Oh,
stuff, I was never into that scene.
yeah, me either. Nah.
It's a little, I get the avant garde stuff. I will put it on in the background and I will listen to it, but it's little bit too far out there for me.
Yeah. I have 9 more random names here. Well, not
Okay.
random. I know some of these actually now I'm looking at them. Adele, Arctic Monkeys, Sean Kingston, Sandy Thorne, Calvin Harris.
Oh,
Of
Calvin Harris is that super DJ. Like he's everywhere.
yeah, Avicii,
Oh,
Willie
Avici.
Allen. Is
Yo,
that how you say it?
you got to, dude. I mean, first of all, it's a shame that he killed himself.
Did he?
Well, rumor has it that he didn't kill himself. He was investigating a child pedo ring in Hollywood and in the recording industry, and they had him killed, which is du jour these days. Everybody don't get on Puffy's jet. But he had that one album where it was like the Moby album where
Mm.
every single song was licensed somewhere else and you couldn't escape it. But
Oh
he
wow.
was sickeningly talented.
And then 2 more. We have Kate Nash and Zed.
Zed, same thing. Electronic Act. The
Okay.
time I was out in Colorado and I went to go to Red Rocks to see the actual amphitheater, he was playing that night.
Oh, okay. Never heard anything, but
Yeah, you've definitely heard Tim. I will guarantee you've heard it in a commercial or something.
okay.
But yeah, I mean, think about that wide range of music that came out of that platform. And Tom Anderson somewhere. We should find him and get him on the fucking show.
That would be great, man.
Yo, dude, we want to talk about MySpace and the importance of MySpace and music. I'm publicly committing to tracking this guy down and throwing out there an invite to him.
That would be amazing. Tom
I,
Anderson and Tim Anderson.
yeah, but I think that would be a really fun conversation because I mean, I'd love to pick his brain because I wonder if they actually look back and realize how influential they actually were.
Yeah. And how much money did you make off of that?
Oh, that's crass. I wouldn't ask that. But he's definitely posted shit on Twitter where he's made a joke like somebody was talking shit on MySpace and he made the remark like, "Yeah, I made $8 million that year off MySpace. Go ahead, keep talking shit." Like he made his money off of it.
Doesn't he still use the same profile picture from like
Uh-huh.
MySpace days? That's fucking
Yes.
hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, if
I
you
love
go
that.
to Tom and Anderson MySpace Twitter
That's fucking hilarious. He
at
uses
and
the same
his
picture.
screen name is at MySpace Tom and it's the same picture.
Amazing. Is he active?
Occasionally.
I'm sure he
Yeah,
gets harassed
he,
constantly.
he probably does. But I will try and find this dude because I would love to get him on and ask and just talk. Like I would love to.
Good for him, man. It was a great site, so I commend them for it.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I'm going to go back to think about all the artists you just rattled off and the different genres that they covered, right? In one breath, you had Attack Attack, Broken Side, Panic at the Disco, Taylor Swift, Ghost, Suicide Silence. Like this was Spotify before Spotify. Because Spotify, I mean, say what you will about the algorithm, it's eventually going to go out of business because it doesn't make fucking money. And the joke is Spotify can't turn a profit even when they pay their artists garbage. So where is that money going?
We need
Servers are
to
not expensive.
we need to do research and figure this out and try and get someone on who knows this business. Because
Like,
I want to know how they make money too.
well, they make money off like their stock and that, but fucking servers are not expensive. Cloud resources are not expensive.
How are you paying Joe Rogan 300 million? Where are you
I
getting
don't
this money?
know. Where's that money coming from? Because they've yet to turn
Ads?
a profit. They have yet to
Crazy.
turn a profit.
It's wild. Somebody's turning a profit because
So
they're
somebody
living
is
off of it.
making
So
somebody's making money somewhere. I worked with an
yeah.
IT guy who was involved in a company that IPO'd, quasi Silicon Valley adjacent, and he said all that shit is it's a giant scam. He said it's a scam for the founders to cash out and the early investors to cash out, and everybody else gets screwed.
Well, you're paying for it, so
Yeah, yeah, but you know what? The wife uses it when she works out, so and
well,
I don't mind it.
I'm not any better. I pay for Apple Music. I'm sure it's the
But
same platform.
yeah, it's kind of the same shit. And I mean, I rationalize it to myself with I bought 3 albums on Bandcamp while we were sitting here in the last episode. Like I still support all that shit that I can. So
Yeah, I mean, I can't talk shit. I use Apple Music all day, every day. So
I mean, whatever. It's convenient. It's
yeah,
convenient.
if you go on my phone and see the most clicked things, it's going to be Apple Music, without a fucking doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, well, I have my tablet mounted here under my monitor. And I have my Bluetooth. I have one of those big JBL boxes back here. I have that. I use that as my jukebox. So this way I can use my phone and my computer while the tablet is just throwing. Oh, I have Spotify running all day.
Yeah, it's great.
They're running all
I
day.
mean, you can't say it sucks when it's the
It
most
rips
used thing in your life.
as a fan of music. I appreciate it because it makes my life easy.
Yeah,
For the artists, it screws them. It screws them and it rips them
absolutely,
off. And it's
absolutely.
and there would be no Spotify without the artist giving their music to it. Spotify should make it fair. They should not be paying, no offense to Joe Rogan, they should not be paying Joe Rogan $300 million for a podcast. And no hate to him because take the fucking money and run, brother, right? But Spotify should be paying their artists more than pennies a stream.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to Rogan every day, so I love his podcast. So
Oh,
I
so
can't
I
talk
mean, I
shit.
I enjoy it, but again, to our point of you're making all this money, you're paying him all this money. You know,
Yeah,
where are the royalties?
yeah, that's what I want to know. So
Yeah, who's getting it? All right, so back to MySpace. So yeah, a lot of good bands, a lot of shit that we found that was wild. And this was, we were also sharing music through AOL Instant Messenger. This is when you send it. Mega Upload was huge. People were passing RAR files and zip files everywhere.
and we still do.
Yeah, we still do. This was a key in regards to social networking and specifically around music. And I was, while you were talking, I was picking up some articles, and some of the speculation was they think that, you know, Facebook adapted their product to give more features to help people connect with one another and build a bigger network, whatever, where MySpace was looking at it almost as silos, that it was creatives and music, and that's where they kind of painted themselves into a corner.
Yeah, I mean, we would have to research exactly what the big discrepancy was with taking them down, but I mean, I don't. It's not surprising. I actually thought Facebook would fizzle out a long time ago, but they're strong. So
So Zuckerberg can't be defeated. He can't be
yeah,
defeated. Although if Trump wins, he really wants. They can't stand him. Little Marky Zuckerberg, as he called him. It's like nobody does better nicknames than that guy. I don't care if you like him or you hate him. It's kind of funny how he just insults people as a grown ass adult.
dude,
Um,
I seen the best video. We'll talk about that when we're done. I don't want to bore people with politics, but me and
uh,
you always bullshit about it. But hilarious stuff. We'll talk about it when
yeah,
we're done.
yeah. All right, so there are a lot of bands that fans of the show probably can pay homage and pay that should probably pay respects and recognize how important MySpace was to growing online music as a platform, as an experience, streaming, the ability to find new bands. Um, MySpace was huge. It was networking before Facebook and all that other stuff. So yeah, we wanted to talk about it and give it its due. And I mean, a lot of the bands we talked about, very, very healthy Warped Tour representation. Warped Tour, very, very healthy. Deathcore came out. A lot would argue that deathcore actually the genre came out of MySpace,
I
came out of
believe so
Suicide
too.
Silence and
Yeah,
Job for a Cowboy.
I would agree with that 100%.
Like that's that the popularity of MySpace when their music came out. It was just lightning in a bottle and it converged to create some new things. So yeah, so check it out. Find Tom Anderson. Tell him we said hi. Hopefully he's living high on the hog, talking shit about somebody else online. New Breed Podcast at New Breed underscore podcast on both Twitter and Instagram. New Breed Podcast at gmail.com. 267-297-4627 for all your audio, voicemail, likes, complaints, questions, concerns, comments. We'll play some next time we get them on the air. Until next week, Jay and Tim saying cheers.